Welcome to my podcast channel. Hello, I am Brianna, and today we're going to talk about wealth. So if you are watching this video, we are on the new playlist, and I thought, what does the world need more of? What does the audience need more of? And the audience is calling for financial liberation, for freedom, for wealth, for a luxury that is beyond just hustling and working our little tails off, because when has that worked efficiently, right? So if you are new here, my name is Brianna Anderson, hint the background. I am an author and speaker, but more importantly, I'm here to entertain you, to caress your soul, to help you figure out what is truth for you, not so that you could mimic someone else, but so that you can really retain and pick up on your own knowing. How does that sound? So if you are new to my YouTube channel, isn't that exciting? Welcome. And today I really want to talk about the end result of someone who lives from the end in mind. I want to talk about the identity of a person who doesn't just walk in wealth, but understands that wealth is the actual identity. So there's a lot of people that speak on this subject, and that's beautiful. You're going to pick up on the way it needs to land for your body based on who you need to hear it from. But I know there is a large amount of people that need to hear it from me because I understand, working with the mechanics of the laws of the universe, that we have to be okay with understanding things through our unique perspective. And we have to remember that our experiences are not random. In fact, we call them in. So if you're having an experience right now, I want you to write down what experience you're having with wealth right now. Is it MIA? Is it non-existent? Is it far away? Does it feel like it's got lots of rules and regulations on it? I know that for my process, my journey, and what I've walked through, I had all of these sticky, nasty rules. And I am going to say nasty because they're rules that you would never abide to if you knew there was another way. But I think a lot of people, they don't know there's another way because we have to shake up the foundation. And a lot of times we believe that foundation is cement when really, dude, it's not. It's like air. And I want to connect us back to air. And that's why I use my hands a lot, because our thinking process, we think it's as tangible as like solid foundation, but really it's not. The law of mentalism says that the universe is mind first before it was ever like materialism. So if you know that, how does that change your perspective? It just says, dude, we have got to loosen up. We have got to get out of this like cement way of thinking. Like, it's okay to like have this thought and let it pass. And it's okay to have this thought and then let it pass. But what you really do want solid is your identity. You don't need to make the rules solid, especially if they aren't serving you. So let's talk about the identity for just a moment, because the identity of a wealthy, let's say billionaire, millionaire, entrepreneur who's kicking ass, whatever identity it is that you want to hold, I want you to associate the word wealth with it and attach it to something that you like. So usually when people hear of wealth, they might think of, oh my gosh, it's so hard to go back into the old programming because I want to get you out of it. But I know that based on where you might be at, where you're at, that can change for everyone. So with that being said, when you think of wealth, do you think of someone in a business suit? Do you think of a man who's out there on the street selling something, or cars? When you think of wealth, what do you think of? So I recently wrote a book. Are you ready? Okay, it's called The Book of Epiphanies. It's actually called Foreplay Through Wordplay, Orgasms for Your Mind. Because the fastest way that I know how to get someone's thinking from a cement, thinking like, this is just the way it is, all serious, to like, no dude, it's like literally air. And when you understand that, then you can ride the thoughts you love, and then you can disregard the ones that you hate. So we're going to read a word out of this book. It felt very appropriate for living in the identity where money and wealth flow naturally. So I want to pick up the word resistance, okay? And I want to pick on this word for just a minute, because when we are in resistance to assistance, the bigger problem is not the resistance, but it's the resistance to assistance. So most people that have a broken mentality or a broke mentality have resistance to assistance. They think they have to do it all. They think they have to be the one that gets the ball across the finish line. They think they have to be the quarterback. They feel like they have to fight God and they have to convince people and they have to like push and struggle and force. But really, the wealthy person who's walking in money and flow and naturalism knows that when you're going to be your most prosperous self, that is okay to actually not just accept help, but to have assistance in every area of your life. Because why not? Why do you want the money and the wealth anyways? Because you probably want more assistance in some area. So back from my perspective, my journey, I know that I was craving wealth because I believed that gave me more assistance into having more adventure, more opportunity to go do the things I want to do, to go freaking travel the world, for hell's sake. Like for me, I want assistance in the financial realm, not because it gives me status, but because it gives opportunity. And if I know what opportunity I'm after, then I know that I can just be open to all avenues of assistance and not have to be in resistance and not have to blame the money and make money this evil sort of paradigm while at the same time praying for more. Do you get where I'm going with this? Okay, so hang with me for just a moment. So if you are in resistance to assistance, if you believe that you are a burden, you will not ask for help. So pause. How many of you watching this feel like you are currently a burden in some area? Like it feels like you want to go to this next level or you want to ascend, but somehow like asking for it is like somebody else's problem, right? It's almost like you have this idea or this paradigm that the more wealthy you become, the more it takes from someone else. And I believe that's not just scarcity. I also believe that's coming from a paradigm where you believe that you're a burden. Otherwise, you would have asked for it a long time ago. It's like water running from the tap. It's like, dude, if you knew it was there just by flipping on the freaking handle, you wouldn't say this is personal and it's about me. It's not about you. So what I mean by that is it says, you will believe that you alone must slay the dragon. So what does that mean here in this topic? If you believe that wealth is something to be conquered, if you believe that money is something to be conquered, then you are going to believe that you have to slay this dragon. But here's the problem. Unless you are riding that dragon, nobody really likes a dragon. So in your psyche, you're like, if I could just, manpower through it, then I'll be on the other side and I will have won the dragon. No, dude, no, and no, unless you're freaking on that dragon and then you're going to like higher heights, then yes, ride the freaking dragon. But the point is that if you believe that vulnerability is weak and that trusting others is not safe, you've got a large task at hand. These are the kind of rules that we abide by, but don't actually want to play by. So whatever the negative feedback loop is running around in your head, destroy it. Resistance to assistance is killing you, not the lack of money, but the resistance to assistance. To manhandle your way through life is detrimental to every level of your being. If we were meant to do it alone, there would be a hell of a lot more evidence to support that idea. So I want to leave you with this before we wrap it up. I'm going to invite you to love this book, buy this book, sleep with this book, read this book. It is actually designed to just open it and there will be a new word on almost every page. Because I want to help you see that words alone, when we change them and we reframe them, then that's when the concrete starts to loosen up. That's when we can get the gravel to move. That's when we can transmute things. And if you think that your belief and your mindsets are so hard to change, then yeah, you're not going to go do your work because you're going to believe that you have to have all this construction background to freaking go dig it up. Right? That's a lot of work. No, thank you. So I want you today to embody this idea. I don't want to just talk at you. YouTube is so entertaining and so freaking amazing. And we're not here for like regurgitation, move on, repeat. Let's go to the next channel, consume, consume, consume. And then in 20 years, be like, where the hell did our life go? No, we're here to actually apply practical, tangible steps to get us the very life that we say that we want. So let's do that. So step number 1, go buy the book. It's in the link. You need it. You absolutely will love it. And we're going to start changing one word at a time, because if we can change the word, we can change the story. If we can change the story, we can change the script. If we can change the script, you will change your life. It is a law. So there's that. Number 2, I want you to see your life and your reality today from a place of everybody is on your side. I want you to see all of the assistance that is coming into your life naturally. I want you to see the person in the grocery store who's like trying to assist you with a smile. I want you to see your best friend who's trying to assist you with a text that says, "Good morning, just thinking about you." I want you to see that God is literally providing for you in every single step of the way. And in fact, I want you to see that not only is it natural for you to be abundant, but it's actually really important that you allow assistance to guide you. Because if you do not, then you're going to start to resist the things that you say you want, not because they are the problem, but because you think there's a certain way in which it has to happen, and that's exhausting, right? So in the comments, when you have the experience, I want you to be like, dude, mind blown. And I want you to put in the comments, literally, what was the experience today that helped you see that you were in resistance to assistance, so that when you allowed yourself to be assisted, then you were no longer in resistance. And because of that, you're like, holy shit, this came in and this came in and the money came in and the help came in. But you can't let it in if you've got this big old wall up, right? So put in the comments the very experience that you have when changing this paradigm. Cool? We're going to grow together. Oh, and if you have not, make sure that you like, subscribe, and I will absolutely be dropping a video with you at least once a week. But let's be honest, your girl, I have felt on fire lately. And with that comes possibly a video every day, possibly a video every 3 days. It really is important that you subscribe, because I'm on this channel for one reason: to help you reframe your world so that you can have the best life ever for you. So make sure to like, subscribe, go buy the damn book, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah! I love you.